Hello, Doctor. Dr. Linda. Alright, you ready, Doctor?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Boleh dengar tak suara saya? Test,
Yep,
test.
clear. Clear.
Very good. Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Hafiz. Thank you, Sarah, for the kind introductions. And very good morning, everyone. Salam ceria, salam sihat selalu. Saya tahu kita berada dalam keadaan MCO 3.1, but I'm more excited to be here, KBS 3.0. 3.0, MCO 3.0 bukan 3.1 MCO 3.0, dan saya sangat excited to be here as organized by Top Performance Group and a special thank to Puan Noli and Tuan Zahid. Thank you again for the invitations. InsyaAllah, apa khabar anda semua? Saya doakan anda kita semua berada dalam keadaan super sihat insyaAllah. Boleh? Saya doakan sekali lagi kita berada dalam keadaan super sihat insya-Allah. So, let's go. Saya ada masa hanya berapa minit sebenarnya? 30 minit insya-Allah. So, saya akan bermula. Sebenarnya setengah jam sharing session ni macam tak cukup je. Tapi tak apa. This is because saya tahu this is the platform yang kita nak bersama-sama untuk belajar sedikit mengenai topik yang diberikan kepada saya mengenai gut and immunity. Jom, selamat berkenalan sekali lagi. Ini adalah Dr. Linda punya Facebook. Jom kita boleh berkawan di Facebook insyaAllah. Ya? Just request friends. Saya rasa mungkin dah mengenali saya. Cuma yang belum, kita boleh request friends. Let's berkawan di Facebook. Semua orang tahu gut and immunity adalah topik kita pagi ini. Apa dia about usus? Apa itu nak tahu usus baik? Dan usus sehat, usus baik, mengapa untuk mendapatkan immunity yang baik? That's why the two keywords here is gut and the second keyword is immunity. Saya tahu ketahanan badan ataupun immune system ni sangat diperkatakan masa sekarang, betul? Semua orang duk cakap, semua berkata-kata pasal immunity ni. Just teru itu, apa yang kita nak belajar pagi ini ialah how mementingkan gut, mendahulukan gut supaya immune system kita akan super insya-Allah. Are you all ready? Saya tak dengar pun energy semua orang. Very good. So please, I think I need the energy from everyone juga. Kalau ada yang chat dalam chat ruangan chat tu, just say whatever you want to say insya-Allah. Kalau ada soalan. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Alright, so basically, I think semua orang dah kenal ataupun tak kenal, please kita nak tunjukkan yang last yang saya pernah berada bersama-sama you all. This is KBS yang lepas Oktober. Betul? I was there. Alhamdulillah, thank you for the invitations and it was superb because kita buat offline kan, kita boleh jumpa. Tetapi kali ini still tidak kurangnya kerana masih diteruskan KBS and sekali lagi thank you for the invitation. InsyaAllah. Jom. What do we expect actually? Kalau kita sampai 11.30 ni lah, apa yang kita nak expect sebenarnya? Apa kita nak bawa balik 30 minit ni? Kita semua datang dengan please open our eye and open our mind. Okay? It's actually truly a shared sessions and views. Mungkin ada yang mendengar apa yang Dr. Linda nak share sekejap lagi. Mungkin yang baru pernah dengar. Mungkin ada yang agree, insyaAllah. Dan insyaAllah di akhir day, kita akan bersama-sama melakukan tindakan yang kita nak lakukan. Boleh? Alright. So macam ni kita nak bermula. Thank you.
How do we start?
Thank you for just now about from Master Sifu, Mr.
Thank you very much from Master Sifu Kim.
5 kind of Kangen.
5 kind of Kangen.
Satu kat situ, right? So sekali lagi, again, I'm learning something. Day to day kita belajar sesuatu. How about this time? Kita nak bermula later today, the awareness of our health. We have been talking about health daripada pagi tadi. We are talking about how water change our life. Yes, it's all about what we put to our gut. Okay? With that, all of us want to hidup luar biasa. Do you want to hidup biasa-biasa or luar biasa? Everyone, you want to hidup normal, biasa-biasa or you hidup luar biasa? Please say something. Sure, kita nak hidup luar biasa. And saya percaya, saya mahu anda juga percaya that penyakit kronik any chronic diseases or any gangguan hormon boleh diubati, can be reversed. Example, dok, I have kencing manis, I have diabetes, I have hypertension, I have arthritis, can be reversed? Sure it can. That's how you understand that it can cure with a lot of approach sebenarnya. Right? So let's go. I come to the content of the topic, which is the gut. Semua orang agak-agaknya ada usus ke tak? Very good. I hear the nodding. I can see everyone nodding. Very good. All of us dilahirkan dengan ada usus. Look at the little tiny. Ini perut. Yang very cute. Itu perut saja. Sebahagian daripada usus. Usus kita panjang, daripada usus besar, usus kecil, bermula dengan perut. Itulah gambaran perut sahaja yang diberi gambaran. Daripada apa yang kita masuk di mulut, itu sudah usus sistem. Sudah kita katakan GIT ataupun GUT, gut tu. Ya, gastrointestinal system ataupun GIT or GUT, gut. Kalau cakap pasal gut ni kita fahamlah. Dia bukan perut sahaja. Saya harap everyone is clear about that. Alright? And do we know that selain kita ada brain, which is kita panggil kita punya otak, sungguh, we have the second brain. Everyone can see my slide clearly, right? So what's the second brain? Have you all heard? Siapakah second brain kita? Everyone. Usus. Yes. Kalau siapa yang tak pernah tahu ni, please acknowledge this, right? We have our brain and the second brain usus. So it looks at how important is the gut. Because gut tu cakap, look, I'm your gut. I'm your second brain. Keep me healthy so that I'll keep you healthier, happier ever. Itu yang gut tu cakap. Ya, with that, kita perlu menjaga usus. How we do jaga usus? InsyaAllah, dan tidak cuba rangkumkan next 25 minutes or so. InsyaAllah kita nak kata sedikit. I know you all know about this. It's just that what else we can do better to hype up, to naikkan immune system when we take care of our gut. Justru itu, gut juga berkata dengan brain, dia juga cakap, look, I'll manage your mood, I'll manage your emotions so that you can lower your stress. That's how it meant. Boleh? There is a huge topic berkenaan dengan gut is the second brain. I want all of us to read a little bit more after this. Balik lepas ni, a little bit more. Read about what is the gut, what is the connections, apakah adanya connections between gut dan usus ini. Alright? Kerana usus-usus kita ini banyak kita panggil menstabilkan hormon-hormon kita. Kita panggil happy hormone. Right? Pernah dengar happy hormone semua? Ada beberapa happy hormone. Hari ini Dr. Indah akan cerita 4 saja happy hormone. Tak perlu hafal. You just have to learn or understand the concept. What are the happy hormones that I should take care? Sebab happy hormone ni semua banyak dirembeskan di usus. Alright, so that's the connection. Apabila usus sihat, kita pun happy, kita pun tak stres, kita pun menjaga happy hormone yang ini. You can Google this. In fact, I can share these slides to the participants today, insyaAllah. Right? Until please convert to PDF, please. Right? So that we can share to those who need this and learn from there. A little bit of happy hormone that kita perlu tahu. Dopamine is a reward hormone. Do you know that after kita habis session hari ni, I know you all ada 2 hari bersesi KBS 3.0 ini. After we finish it, what do we feel? Kita rasa reward kan? Kita rasa best. We feel good about it because we did something good. That's the reward hormone. Dopamine release a lot in the system, in the blood. Right? Oxytocin is a hormone that when you hug our kids, our spouse, our family, happy hormones, love hormone producing more of this oxytocin. All right, and the other 2 other hormones that's more connected to the brain and the gut as well. So how important are these hormones? Right. I just want to share this. When you feel full of love Today, semua orang memberi kasih sayang yang tinggi daripada pagi tadi. I managed to listen to Master Sifu, Mr. Shin only. You know, I can start it from earlier. But what happened when today you full of dopamine, you full of serotonin, you full of oxytocin? We feel full of love. Full barrel was recharged pagi ini. But what happened reverse-nya ataupun when you have depressed so much, you feel so sad, all the other hormones tak keluar pun. And remember, this hormone come from the gut again. Ya, kita nak relate lagi. Sekali lagi, I always want to relate all these hormones will be taking care good when we take care of our gut. That's how important the connections and the relationship. Let's start. Kita ada banyak all these microorganism dalam usus. All these are kawan-kawan kita, our friends, which is the good bacteria and the bad bacteria. They're all mixing together and harmony hidup bersama, right? In healthy gut, the bad bacteria tak sempat nak flourish. In a healthy gut, apabila usus yang baik, when you have any bad bacteria, they will die. In other words, alright? And the most important today, I would love to highlight that 70% of our immune system starts in the gut. That's more reason we have to know this. I have to express again, 70% of body immune system found in the gut. Now you have all the answers. I'm sure participants today dah dapatkan hari ini because we always take care of what we put to our mouth, what water we choose, what kind of food that we put to the mouth. These are all perjuangan you all, perjuangan all of you all the while. So hence you are taking care of the good gut and nak tak nak your immune system are superb and recharged and you make sure that we don't get all this penyakit-penyakit di luar sana termasuklah apa yang berlaku pada ketika ini, insyaAllah. Right? So, let's go. Sekarang Dr. Indah lebih nak interested, nak beritahu apakah yang berlaku kalau tak jaga gut. What are the disease, penyakit that we can get if we don't take care of this equilibrium, homeostasis, keseimbangan apabila imbalance of this. What causes this especially, and hence we can have exposed ourselves to a lot of penyakit. Boleh? Alright. This is easily to understand here. Alright. Sebab apabila ada gambar healthy gut on my left side, we can see the healthy gut. When versus to the leaky gut, this is how what happening. I'm sure every one of you all duk belajar dulu sains banyak kan? This is not difficult.
Nanti dah ganti dengan
It's very
easy
to understand, right?
Okay.
So when we have
Thank you.
kita punya tight junctions in the gut. Dalam gut kita ada banyak tight junction yang sangat rapat-rapat. As you all can see this. What happen if the tight junctions terbocor ataupun ada masalah? Dia akan pergi kepada leaky gut nama dia. Ya, leaky gut tu apabila tight junction tu telah dicerobohi. Very simple to understand the concept. And kita lebih nak interested now to know what happened. What can make me leaky gut, doctor? Ramai yang tanya soalan begitu. How can I improve my leaky gut or healthy gut? The answers is look at what caused it. In order to manage the leaky gut, let's go to what causes it. What factors that menyebabkan kita ada leaky gut ni? Simple as that. Okay, I have to answer these questions. People ask, kenapa usus ni penting sangat menjaga immune system kita, doktor? Why the immune system, when you say 70%, the immune system of a body, of a human starts from gut. Why I say so? Because of this. There are many more, Dr. Linda sebut tadi, the tight junction, right? The tight junctions ada banyak sel-sel army. These are all our army to fight diseases, to fight the infections. All right? I'm sure you heard about macrophages, mast cells, all these M cells. These are all our army to protect ourselves towards all these invaders. segala musuh-musuh. Pertahanan body kita yang untuk mempertahankan musuh-musuh, these are all in the gut cell. Dekat mana? Dekat the tight junctions just now. Alright, I think you got that. This is very important. You can the system that I explained just now, it is called GALT. Everyone says GALT, G-A-L-T. That's how the system call when it is to fight the immune system, to protect our immune system, inshallah. Everyone good till now? Is it so difficult to understand? Tak kan? For now, we want to understand. Doctor, what causes this? What causes the leaky gut? This is the most important that I mentioned. Kita tahu causes ni, we know how to improve and take care of our gut. Let's go. First, stress. What happened when we are in stress? What happened when the body going through lots of stress? Good stress is good. Chronic stress is no good. I always mention this, right? I know ramai yang berada kita pagi ini, I think close to 400 plus. I know you all are going through good vibe now. Tak ada stress pun pagi ni. Tak sempat nak stress, can I say? Even with the MCs, I'm sure. Even with the organizer, Puan Noli and Tuan Zahid, I'm sure they are not stressed anymore by now, alright? Because the more stress you put to yourself, the more leaky gut you are, damaging your gut, senang cerita. You know, the more you are damaging the gut. That's one, important. Second, toxins. I always mention to my patients, we are living in toxic world. Boleh I sebut macam tu? We are living in toxic worlds. All of us are exposed to all these toxins. Sebenarnya, I can say that it is true actually. All of us are exposed to toxins. Daripada mana, Dok? Merata-rata around our environment, all around our environment. Toxins can come from everywhere. Your water we drink. I don't like to mention this, how many times like last year or maybe this year that kita banyak tercemar kita punya sungai-sungai. That's one of the many important factors I can say. Many important factors to open up our eyes. Look, we are living in toxic world. Sure, we cannot control all around us, tapi kita boleh control apa yang masuk dalam mulut kita. Apa yang kita pilihan makanan dan apa pilihan air yang masuk dalam badan kita. I think that's important. Right? Second, food particles. Banyaklah food yang banyak chemicals dalam makanan. I'll explain a little bit further sekejap lagi. These are in general first. Drugs. Who are among us that sakit je asyik makan painkillers sahaja? Who are among us? We don't need lots of painkillers. Whenever in need, apabila diperlukan sahaja, we take. Or else you try to go to the natural. I'm not against drugs. Whenever you need it, the body need it, we go and take drugs. Tetapi kalau tak perlu makan antibiotik. Whenever sakit sikit, sakit tegak, terus makan antibiotik. That's what I mean. Kadang-kadang self-medicate pula. You know, you buy your antibiotics over the counter. We don't need. Right? We don't need usually during that point of time. And apabila sakit-sakit, I have to say this, I always advocate natural painkillers like curcumin dan sebagainya. Ada medical grade curcumin, ada non-medical curcumin also. I use a lot in my practice, inshallah. Yeah, whenever intense pain, yes, you need high painkiller, or else you don't need all the time. Yeah. Dan seterusnya bakteria, patogen ni maksudnya bakteria dalam yang apa yang tercemar lah, you know, yang kita virus, bakteria, fungal. Fungal ni ada isu juga dan kita boleh bincang dalam. Saya rasa saya ada slide yang seterusnya yang lagi cantik yang nampak. Yes, I explain already. Apakah sebab-sebab utama leaky gut syndrome ini? Food first. I always mention food first. You know, chemicals yang datang daripada food, coloring, flavoring, itu yang sangat. And choosing your food also like gluten. You pernah dengar, Dr. Tinta pernah share dalam discussion yang, the masa last session pasal gluten. How how bad is kita punya gluten wheat really damaging our leaky gut. Ya, kita punya tight junction of the gut, dia senang bocor. And susu. Semua dah suka susu tak? Semua suka minum susu pagi ni? Siapa yang minum banyak minuman susu or lifestyle drinks? Sekarang ni banyak di luar sana lifestyle drink kan? Beli air-air yang I don't think I'm talking to the group yang minum macam ni, I'm sure. Because kita tak terliur pun dengan air-air yang begitu, you know, whatever in the market lah, you know, I don't want to name any, but you know what I'm trying to say. This lifestyle drink ni, you know, yang ada macam-macam lah susu dan flavor and colourful, Allahu Akbar, you know, all those are a lot more colouring and food additives to the body, bad to the usus, okay, bad to the usus system kita. Hence we don't need all those fancy drinks. We just need plain drinks, water, and with good water. You know, choose your water, of course. Right? So next is stress. I mentioned diet, sugar, and caffeine. Sekali lagi, siapa yang bangun pagi ni mesti nak minum caffeine dulu. Maksud Dr. Linda mesti nak minum kopi dulu. Bila minum kopi je baru rasa best. Siapa? Ada orang tak? I'm sure kalau tak ada, very good. So when we have this coffee, kena gear you up in the morning, you know, then we feel that kita kena gear up je. But actually it's not true. Okay, tak semestinya that's the way to do it. Walhal kita boleh perbaiki dengan just drink water, not coffee. Right, that's what we say. Right, so let's go. So I have the next 10 minutes left for me to share a little bit more about usus and how is it. Mainly you know already. Apakah kaitan dengan kita saya Dr. Linda dah cakap dah faktor-faktor apa tadi. Itulah faktor yang kita perlu buat semua orang dalam usaha kita untuk memastikan immune system kita superb. Immune system kita high dan spike and high protection untuk segala penyakit. Boleh? The one that Ari explained or shared, that's the one lah kita perlu buat. Itulah faktor-faktornya. Cuma ini adalah little bit elaboration, sedikit explanation yang detail sikit lah. I guess ada pernah cerita hari tu, but maybe we can share a little bit more. Apakah usus yang kita boleh belajar sikit lagi about diet and food? Boleh? Are you all ready? Sorry. So he was here. Sorry. Okay. Tahukah anda semua penyakit bermula daripada usus? This was stated before bertahun-tahun dulu ni. You know, beribu-ribu tahun dahulu. Hippocrates menyatakan semua penyakit bermula daripada usus. Dan kita pun ada hujah kita, iaitu sesungguhnya perut itu rumah penyakit. Dan ada sambungannya, pemakanan itu ialah ubatnya. You it says, it's stated in our hadis as well. Justru itu, jom sama-sama kita jaga usus. Kita jaga kita betul. Hashtag kita jaga kita. Hashtag kita jaga kita. Betul. But spesifik satu lagi, kita jaga usus kita. I think that's more another add-on hashtag, because kalau semua orang jaga usus, semua orang sihat, semua orang immune system paling tinggi and protected, insya-Allah penyakit pun susah nak datang kat kita, betul? Saya rasa semua orang setuju ni. Itulah the least ataupun sekecil-kecil perkara yang kita boleh lakukan sekarang on top of whatever SOP yang dah disarankan KKM. Of course, we put mask, kita jaga social distancing, kita jaga semua. Kita always wash hands. Yes, we do that. But what is missing here? Apa yang tertinggal kat sini? I would love to share this to all of you listeners, participants for KBS 3.0 today, this morning, this time. What is missing, do you think? It's the gut. Menjaga usus kita is one of the best way to do on top of you do the other things. Alright? Hence, jom sama-sama. Justru itu, jom sama-sama kita take this action to heal our gut. Alright? Apakah caranya? Whenever we eat, we always relax and eat. No rushing while eating. That's important. No rushing while eating. Right? Chew our food. This is Mak Saleh. This is Western medicine that tell this to all the doctors when we went to seminar and conference. Look, doctors, tell this to your patients. Okay. Can you tell this to your patient? Okay. That's how we say. And what do you understand? Dah tahu dah. All of us in Muslims tahu, chew your food. Relax and hence enjoy your food and chew. No rushing when eating. Don't mix liquid. Jangan minum air masa makan. I think you know about this. This is we practice, betul? I'm sure semua orang lakukan ini. You want to drink water, 8.5 or you can do before that, not during the eating process. Semasa makan, enjoy the meal, enjoy the food. No liquid. Kalau boleh, makan fruits dulu ke makan nasi dulu? Of course, kita start dengan fruits first because fruits helps our digestions. Ada banyak enzyme to help our digestions. Boleh? I think that's so.
All right.
Who said that? I like that. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. So again, the last one I shall say, just keep meal simple. Tak perlu susah-susah nak buat masakan. I don't know, I'm leave it to everyone. No, we have our own culture. Kita ada orang utara, orang Kelantan, orang timur dan selatan, whatever not I'm trying to say. Just keep meals simple. That's how we are here sekarang ni. I have to be very frank. Dunia sudah berubah. I don't say kita lupakan masakan-masakan. I mean our tok nenek and our, you know, our heritage of food and semua. That's not what I mean. Then what we're trying to say, let's try to keep the meals simpler so that with the current situations, dunia sudah berubah. We have to eat more veggies and all those. That's what was said just now. Betul. We have to eat all colorful fruits, of course, colorful food and colorful fruits. Yeah, so try to do that. Maybe not practical, I know. Masa zaman kita bekerja ni, sometimes terlupa untuk makan. Try again. Okay, so the last few slides I have, not to worry. Ini yang diet yang slide yang saya pernah share kan, but I would love to share this again. What is our famous diet in Malaysia? Sekali lagi, kita berada di Malaysia, kita hidup di bumi indah Malaysia, tetapi kita embrace SAD diet. What is SAD diet? Who have listened to me last October, I did mention this. This is Standard American Diet, SAD. Diet that make you sad. Diet that when you eat, you more sad because your gut are not happy. Khusus you tak happy when you eat this food.
No!
All this food, thank you again. High sugar, wheat, gluten, processed food, and high trans fat diet. Again, this is the only way we can take care our gut and kita akan jadi superb immune system kita tinggi. Simple as that. Right? I know kita perlu tahu that diet kita ni bercakap-cakap dengan our gene. Our gene supposed to be behaving good in our body. Remember, the gene supposed to be behave good to our cell. Hence, input the good diet and good nutrition. Right? These are the take-home message, and this is a little bit extra bonus slide that y'all can have this. I may not have enough time to explain about this because whatever it is still diet. Number one is still what you put to your mouth, what water you choose, what nutritions you take care, what food that you put in your mouth. It's still number one is still diet. Next, relationship exercise, I talked about it previously. Those who have listened to me last October, but inshallah, we can have another time to explain about it. I just feel that I just have to say that again, right? So now you know, the body needs to be optimum in pH body, right? So what else to make sure that the body more alkaline? Right? You know this matters. I'm just adding a little bit more on that. I just add on salt and pepper on top of what you have known. All right, and you have been learned all this veggie, all this makanan-makanan buah-buahan ni semua akan mengalkalinekan body. On top of lemon drinks, lemon juice, on top of your alkaline water, choose your water, of course. This is how the simple tips. You have existing water yang dah nice, you know, we call it available, that we can have it in the house and enjoy. That's what we want to explain. We don't want this. Yeah, we want the body to be alkaline. We don't want body to be acidic. We don't want. I explained already tadi. Your sugar, your flour, beef is means. I know that we are going to, you know, one of the important celebrations in Muslims. This is Hari Raya Korban. We're doing that, but try to choose grass-fed beef, right? It may be a little bit difficult, but it's all right. Not too much. Whatever in life, it should be in moderation. Not too little, not too much. And ice cream, jelly, puddings are all make the body acidic. Boleh? I love to show this because it's how the body, in the body memang acidic dalam badan, especially usus kita memang acidic, but we know that you have to know that the good things that you have to know. Sebab ramai tanya doktor, apple cider vinegar ni acidic ke doktor? No, it's alkaline. Alright, so moving forward, last beberapa slide daripada Dr. Linda. Sekiranya ada yang participants kita majority are women, you have to know this. The one of many tips to make sure the women hormones stable, women's hormones getting good, is by looking at our gut. You can see that, the second column. Look, dia kata on top of nutrition, exercise, sleep, dia kata you do that, yeah. You have to make sure you do this, look women, but at the same time it says look gut. If you have impaired gut functions, can lead to excessive estrogen hormone imbalance hormone lah. We just have to know that, and hence affecting women. Do we want this, women? Tell me. Tak nak kan? We don't want the hormones are imbalanced or out of balance as such. Hence, take care of our gut. Not only for women, hormone pun. I mean, not only for women, men pun, yeah. So I guess I only have 1 minute left to start. To finish off. I'm just looking at this, how to start off. We can do some questionnaires, hormone questionnaires if you're interested. We do have hormone blood tests to do to your body if you're keen to go on and looking at it's kind of medical checkup actually. I almost finishing. And the hair test can tell, this is the latest technology from Germany, whereby I can map by your hair, jangan mengambil 3 or 4 strands of your hair, I can mapping out all your body. Ada toxins ke? Ada hydrocarbons ke? Ada chemicals ke dalam badan? Even you can see on the screen, on the slide, ada bacteria ke, fungal ke, ada virus ke? Right? This is a very... Wow! Thank you so much. We can do that even now. The technology, again, I still told you, from Germany is available already in Malaysia. You can ask your doctor, inshallah. Right? With that, I understand that everyone kita nak aging dengan baik dan dengan sihat. Semua orang kita makin meningkat usia. Yes, we want to age gracefully. How? Antara banyak-banyak tips and that we shared. I heard Mr. Shin was talking about Okinawa in Japan. Yes, these are blue zones. Yeah, I'm sure you all read about the blue zones. Ada 5 area or countries in the world. One of it is Okinawa in Japan, right? On top of other Costa Rica dan sebagainya. You can read up about this. All right. So let's do this. Let's do the most difficult part, which is pay attention to ourselves. I'm sure every one of us, kalau ada masalah usus rasa tak selesa, or usus rasa tak sedap or discomfort, pay attention to yourself and treat yourself first. And remember, gut health can be balanced. It's just that you not just do it, but please do it right. talk to your doctor, how can we do that? Alright, with that, Dr. Linda rasa love ourselves first before to can love others, which everyone understand and agree about these situations. Yes, dunia sudah berubah. The world is changing. Hence, we are not changing. We don't want to change. We just still want to feel what I do previously. I'm happy what I do before. Maybe think about it. Maybe it's not that right. Boleh? Justru itu Dr. Linda sudahi dengan wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan thank you for your attention. Salah silap Dr. Linda mohon ampun dan maaf. All the good come from Allah sahaja, apa yang kurang datang daripada kelemahan Dr. Linda sendiri. Sekali lagi Dr. Linda sudahi dengan wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you again. Bye everyone. Selamat berconference pada next KBS 3.0. Bye.
Alright, terima kasih banyak Dr. Linda atas perkongsian berat dan ini